Wonderful. Look at this. Really beautiful, this, folks. We couldn't have a better angle to be viewing them drinking. And you'll notice my camera is firing off fairly rapidly. Look at the baby on the left, down on its knees, just drinking straight out of its mouth, as opposed to using its trunk to bring the water into its mouth. This is magical, folks. Really, really beautiful. And didn't we get lucky? And if it wasn't for that leopard that Mark found, we wouldn't have found these elephants. So, everything happens for a reason, folks. Even things that may appear frustrating at the time. Wonderful. They certainly are. It'll be interesting to know how many liters get drunk collectively by all these animals in the next few minutes. I think it would be an astonishing figure. Beautiful, they're really getting involved here. Some tiny babies amongst this herd. The smallest being the one on the far left, I believe. And as you can see, it can hardly use its trunk if Alex manages to focus on it. Cute. Well, we've got all shapes and sizes in this herd. Some beautiful big old cows all the way down to some tiny newborns, probably only a few months old. And I'm having a whale of a time photographically, because this angle that we have directly opposite them, low angle, is providing with some great shots, as it is for Alex with the camera, with the video camera. So all in all, I think we're getting a great feed here. appears they've now headed up to a smaller little puddle at the top of the dam where they can find some mud within which they will throw over their bodies to create a protective layering. So, oh, this is going to be awesome. There's some babies lying down and rolling around in this mud wallow now, so I'm just going to try and turn us around as quick as we can so we can get to show you this. There we go. Kind of just got the end of it leaving there, but hopefully these others will continue to cake themselves in this mud, which is so important for them in terms of the parasites that latch onto them and feed on their blood. Well, hasn't this dam produced some great results for us this morning? A leopard briefly this morning with Mark, and now this large herd of elephants, breeding herd of elephants. They are on a mission, these elephants. They didn't spend too much time here, and I'm sure they're going to find a spot that's comfortable for them to ease their massive carcasses down into this riverbed. Again, we're getting a quote with a great angle here because we're actually below them, and the lower you are to the ground, the more realistic the angle is you're getting on animals. So in terms of their size, and you get a far better perspective the lower down you are. So I think from here we are going to have the best possible angle. Now there's a little gap that they may try and come down here, which would mean they would be passing meters in front of the vehicle. So I'm just going to wait here for a few moments. I can see them, they're not far away, they're probably 20 meters away. They've obviously, now that they've quenched their thirst, they're doing what the second thing that they like to do best, and that's eating. Again, folks, please just bear with us as we wait for them to hopefully continue on the path that snacks that are on offer to them here, but I think we have got the right spot within which to wait because, oh, no. Okay. Now that noise you can hear, similar to that, there it goes again, is a monkey alarm calling. Now, monkeys tend to help us a lot with finding leopard. What I'm going to do is keep an eye on these elephants, but rather try and get a view of these monkeys and where they are looking, because if we can see which direction they're looking in, then we'll know where the threat is that they're alarm calling about. Now, at the top of that tree over there, Alex, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get it, there is one monkey that I can see. It appears to be looking up the big tree, right at the tallest big tree up there, kind of 1 o'clock. There is one sitting up there, and it appears to be shouting down to the right, east of us. Yeah, you can just see the top of its head there, folks. There is one up in that tree. Difficult to see, but it is there. You can just see its ear. I'm just going to try and get vision of another one.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Jigger. Following up now, back to these lion tracks. They've been lying in the road right here. I wonder if we should just have a
exactly what kind, but it will be part of the skink family. It's probably only 2 inches long. I doubt that it was this that the monkeys were alarm calling at. It's the end of that option, but if it did head down this road on our left here, then potentially we could be in luck a little bit later. Okay, well, good news is it continued down this road. I had to go quite far because the road is quite overgrown and not very sandy, therefore making it difficult to see the tracks. But there was a little sandy patch further down where I did see what looks to be a male leopard who continued down this road. How early it headed down this road last night, I'm not too sure, but I'm confident in saying that it did head down this road sometime last night. Excuse me. So I saw his tracks just on the left-hand side of the road here, heading down. Been lucky in the amount of tracks that we have seen this morning, despite a lot of them having headed through our property and out onto various properties that we do not have access to. At least it's giving us some clues as to where animals have been moving. So now there is a chance that a leopard could pop up here, because this is the direction those tracks were heading in. Whether it's somewhere stuck in the block between these roads or it's already crossed over, we can't tell, but we do know that a leopard was moving in this area, so at least we are relatively warm in the search. This is on top of the vehicle tracks, this one, so that was on top of the vehicle tracks heading in that direction. We are not far behind it, folks. Beautiful big bachelor head, this. Of all shapes and sizes, but it appears to be made up entirely of men. Sadly, at this time of the year, they aren't too inclined to be aggressive towards one another when it is closer to the rutting season, around June, July. We really do get a lot of action out of these guys chasing one another out of their territories that they're trying to secure for ladies. But now they're all friends. All the ladies have got young kids to attend to, so the men have a few months off within which they'll bond with one another. And keep track of where animals are moving. Even if you don't see them, at least you've got an idea of where they are, whereas if you're out of the loop for a few days or even a morning, it throws you off sync.